Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace, my favorite platform to create a beautiful website or online store. Oh, hello. Hi, guys. Wow. I feel like I haven't talked to this camera in forever, and actually the last time we filmed video was when Joanna was here, so it was a bit different because she was holding it. Now I'm by myself. It feels like the good old days. The last few weeks have been, well, actually the last few months have been really intense for me, and I feel like I haven't really come in here and shared more of that. And I'm still, the reason is I'm just still integrating all of it, and I'm still like quite confused about a lot of things and learning a lot about myself in this time for sure. And I think more than anything, the last few months have just shown me how there's this need inside for a stronger center and a stronger like constant inside of me, and then also outside in my life, for me to feel just at peace, and for me not to go through like massive shifts and waves. And that has been like one of the biggest thing for me to work on, because I've always like loved traveling and loved to change and discovering new things, but then like the keeping like this kind of like straight line has been the harder part for me. But then at the same time, when I do experience it, it feels really lovely. So yeah, I'm trying to find balance. I'm actually so happy that I'm filming this, because this is the first time I'm kind of like looking back at all of this and speaking about it in like a lighter way, and like kind of not laughing about it, but just like realizing, like accepting things for what they are. And what was that I went through some massive waves and shifts internally, and then that got projected out externally as well. You might have been able to feel it, maybe not. I'm working with a therapist, and more than anything I need to work with myself and like stand strong in my ground. So yeah, the past few, this week has been all about kind of like grounding and finding myself again, and yeah, kind of like trying to find ground in a routine. I've also been struggling with a little bit of anxiety in the mornings, so I'm trying different like techniques and gentle exercises and things to soothe that, so that I can start my day and go on in my day. But more than anything, my body has been feeling really depleted, and I think that when our bodies are not fully nourished and like feeling strong, then like we also then mentally don't feel strong, or at least I noticed that for myself. And now I feel like recently I've been feeling like both mentally and physically very drained, and stressed, like both stressed and drained. And so now it's about kind of like building that structure back. So the yoga, and I'm doing a lot of breath work as well. I find that like meditations where there's like a voice and stuff, sometimes it gets me even more in my head, which I'm trying to get out of. And in terms of food, I've just tried to implement a lot more kind of like root vegetables. And then also in the mornings, I have not been feeling super hungry, so what I'm doing is that I'm making like a smoothie, and this one is packed with peanut butter and oats and seeds, and some soy yogurt, so like something a little bit thicker and more rich. I'm just trying to like put on a little bit of weight and just feel a little bit more like like heavy and grounded in my body. I think that will feel good. So yeah, I'm about to blend this. This is my little update, my little health update. I think that on this channel I promote so much this like healthy lifestyle and stability and like a slow living. But recently my life has been everything but slow, so I've been kind of feeling like an hypocrite, and I really want to get back to that kind of peace, and also being compassionate with myself. And just because I strive for something doesn't mean that I'm perfect. I'm just learning along the way, just like probably everyone is. So yeah. Yeah, and the rest of this video is gonna be like the little different things that I've been doing recently that like felt good, that just felt good, and just like the small daily things. This is so yummy. Like, it tastes like banana bread. I find sometimes that smoothies that just have fruit are not very filling and don't really satisfy me. So I would say if you feel quite lethargic and like fatigued and heavy and bloated, and like maybe just fruit is good. But if like me, you've been going through quite some stress and want to kind of like feel held and cozy and grounded and like a hug, something more creamy like this is really nice. I'm touching the ceiling here. I don't think I've ever filmed a video in that corner. So the last few weeks I've been not feeling so great, and it's been really hard for me to film videos and to share my life. And I realized that like when I'm feeling in a low, YouTube gets tough because I want to share like the good times with you guys, and I want to share what is going on, but sometimes I don't even know what I'm going through myself, and so it gets really difficult to just like, it's not just a job that I can autopilot. And so I have decided to focus on the little things that have kept me afloat, the little things that I had the capacity to put my focus on. And I realized in the end, like, it was very simple things, like getting into a morning routine again for me was really grounding. I really, really need this right now. It's just to start off slow and giving myself time. And I think that I've definitely had a past of being very determined and very motivated and high energy. And the last few years definitely had to learn to slow down, and that I can't be a super achiever or overachiever every day, and really learning to find that balance, and definitely still on that journey. But yeah, just like I think when things go so fast, and that was for me the case at the beginning of the spring, with no time for integration, I realized this need I had now for just focusing on like the subtle things, just like the taste of tea and the warmth of it, just like being really present in like the mundane, as opposed to distracted by stimulation, by the start of a new season, or by circumstances around me. And that's where I find like stability, is in these little daily practices. And so I have put some effort into bringing them back into my life after a very uprooted time. I've also been spending time in nature. I realized that when my anxiety would be at the worst, or just when I would get into my head, one thing that would help clear my thoughts and feel a deeper connection with my body and some sense of peace and calm inside would be to be out in nature and just get sunlight, fresh air. And also spending time with my family has been really special, especially my mom. I've definitely missed that while I was living abroad, and it's been beautiful to get close to her again since moving back to Switzerland. And then also focusing on like home errands. I realized this spring I was kind of all over the place, and I took so many projects for the month of June on here that came July I was completely burnt out, and there was definitely a few like home errands and cleanups that had built up. So I been taking time to do these little things recently and just make sure that everything's in its place. And kind of collect the pieces little by little. And I would say out of everything, the most grounding activity that I've done recently, and that I've also wanted to share with you guys, is cooking. I realize that cooking has just so much power in like not only in the preparation of cooking, but also what we feed our body. And recently I realized after being so uprooted, I actually needed to root back and just cooking a lot of more root vegetables because they help us really ground. But also just like I'm making sure I'm cooking from scratch and taking the time to do that. It's just like such a small, but also it takes effort, act of self-care and nourishment. And I think that a lot of how we feel like starts with the food we eat, and not just the food we eat, but how we prepare it and how we feel when we eat it. Are we eating when we're stressed? Are we cooking in a rush? Are we like just picking things out of convenience, or are we genuinely asking what the body needs. And so, yeah, cooking has been really grounding and very calming for me. And I've loved also cooking for the people around me. It's just been like that daily thing that if I can cook well and sleep well and do some exercise and make sure I stay hydrated, those are like the 4 pillars, and make time for my close relationships. Those have been like the most important things that I've been focusing on lately, which are simple and little, but can be so easily taken for granted. And now let's take a moment to introduce Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. 3 years ago, I created my own website with Squarespace, and it's been a beautiful journey. Squarespace offers lots of different key features, and here are my favorite ones. The first one is flexible website templates, which basically allow you to create and design your own website and then customize your look, update your content, and add features to your unique needs. The next one is the online store, which supports you in selling your products online. Whether you sell physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling anything that you want online. And the last one is appointments. If you're someone who wants to create an online community, offer online or in-person private sessions, workshops, group classes, this is a great tool to use because it will provide everything that you need to manage a schedule, accept secure payments, send automatic reminders, and beautifully showcase your services and more. If me sharing this story with you sparked curiosity, check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And whenever you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/ChloeKien to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Lastly, I also got myself some flowers. This is something that I've kind of done every time that I go through a bit of a tough time and I feel like I need some joy and color in my life. I should get myself flowers even when I'm feeling happy, which I do as well. But recently I thought, you know what, this is really a time for me to get myself flowers and love myself, no matter what, and taking time to ground myself and feel somewhat more aligned with where I am, where I want to go, and who I want to be. So that's it for this week's video. I'm excited to be filming more videos in the near future. Let me know if you like the cooking videos. I'd love to be shooting a what I eat in a day video as well soon. I'd love to hear what kind of videos you'd like to see. For those of you who've been watching this channel for a long time, is there a type of video that you miss and you'd like me to start making again? I really want to get back into kind of like a stable routine with filming, and I've been thinking about vlogging or the what I eat in a day videos. Those were really fun format and I loved playing with them. So let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.